one. Boom! What's up, everybody? This is Mike Bird, and you are listening to Hammered from the Naughty Donkey Studios somewhere in North Carolina. What you just saw was our guest tonight fronting his former band, Thunderstruck. I love that song. That's why I started the show off with it. This guy, he sounds just like Brian Johnson from AC/DC. And I'm lucky enough to have him on the show tonight. Right now, so Thunderstruck was a band he used to play with, but he has a new single that just dropped. It's on YouTube. You can find it. His new band is LA Maybe. They've been together for 10 months, and they just dropped a song called Mr. Danger. And my God, it's very rare that a band has a solid, great single that could be radio worthy today. And this song, Mr. Danger, is the one. Damn. God bless, man. This song is great. So on tonight's show, we're going to sit down and we talk about his ventures with Thunderstruck. He also fronts a cover band for Guns N' Roses called Night Train. Damn, this guy is multi-talented. And I tell you, right now, I'm proud to say I had him on Hammer, Mr. Lee Robinson, born and raised right here in North Carolina. I hope you enjoy it. I know we had a blast doing this podcast. We had a full studio tonight. I got Miss Laura May sitting in, guest hosting, Mike Potts making his second appearance in the Naughty Donkey Studios, and of course Lee. And I hope to have him on several times because this guy is something else, man. But hey, sit back and enjoy this episode of Hammered, and I'll see you later. Peace. What's up, everybody? What's up, Lee? How's it going, man?
Yes.
Man, we just jump right into it here on Hammered, brother. We got a full table tonight. We've got Miss Laura, my co-host, is in the house. What's up, Laura?
Hi.
We got Potts making his return visit to the Hammered, the Naughty Donkey Studios.
Yeah, I love
Welcome back.
Outstanding.
All right. So tonight, it's Friday, man. This is my first Friday podcast, and we got Mr. Lee Robinson in the house. You're a local musician, right? You grew up around here?
Yeah, I super local. I grew up in STEM, which I think even for the people in Creedmoor don't know where STEM is at. So population, last time I checked, was 510. We got one stop sign and a lot of trailers.
That sounds like where I grew up in Bertie County. Way out there in the sticks. But, man, let me ask you, how old are you?
Old enough.
Old enough. Man, you look really young, man.
I feel really old under these bright-ass lights you got in here. No, if you want a serious answer, I'm 34.
34?
So.
Oh, cool, man. Well, you got a lot going on. So you're like lead singer in this band, LA Maybe. How long have y'all been together?
About 10 months.
Wow, 10 months? All right, so for the people out there that don't know who you are, go ahead, give us, like, you said you're from STEM. Like, what got you into music, man? And, like, your big thing is AC/DC. You've got that voice of Brian Johnson. So, like, when did you realize that? When did you say, oh, shit, man, I can do something with this?
As far as the AC/DC thing goes, I never realized that, and it wasn't a thing I ever tried to capture. My dad was in band since I can remember being alive. And there's even like old school videos at home. You know, my Christmases, I got a fake electric guitar and sang some songs my dad wrote, you know, at 4 years old. So, yeah, I just kind of fell into it, you know, with genetics, I guess. My mom sings. She didn't pursue it. And that's fine. You know, people do what they want to do. My dad did pursue it as a professional musician, and he's a great voice. And so I just kind of did chorus and choir and learned the hymns.
Well, this is how you came to light with me. It was Potts over here. And Potts told me that you finished second to Axl Rose to be the new lead singer of AC/DC.
Yeah, I don't know about second. That is the trend on social media, but there were 4 or 5 of us down there doing our best at singing songs, and yeah, I was the best one out of all of them. But
I agree. I could just agree just by hearing your stuff on YouTube. Sick, man. Sick. I don't know how you didn't get it. There's a story behind your audition, but first, I just want to say, Axl Rose got it. All right. So, he only got it for the name. Right. That's it. He's Axl Rose. You're a lot better looking than Axl Rose now. So they definitely weren't trying to sell tickets that way. And when I hear Axl singing AC/DC songs, it's like I mentioned before we went on air. It's like hearing Guns N' Roses sing AC/DC karaoke. All right. I don't hear AC/DC. But when I heard you singing those songs with Thunderstruck, I'm like, damn, this brother sounds like Brian Johnson. And I know you don't like that because you want to sound like Lee Robinson, but damn, it is what it is.
It is what it is. Yeah, you're right. I think a lot of the "you sound like this guy" is it hits close to home when people hear a chorus that they know or they hear a verse, whatever. Mm-hmm. But I don't like the actual versions of AC/DC songs, and I love Guns N' Roses and I love Axl, but I just it was a weird fit. But for everyone who turned their tickets in because Brian wasn't singing anymore, that's how many Axl fans bought tickets because Axl was singing. And so business is business.
They want to see him sing it, man. And what's crazy is you're in a Guns N' Roses tribute band too, Night Train. So you got the Axl voice and the Brian voice.
Yeah, that's been a pretty hilarious thing actually, and a full 180. I did not get the part because of Axl, and now I pretend to be Axl to pay my rent.
Who do you prefer singing? Like, do you prefer Guns N' Roses over AC/DC or vice versa?
I love the GNR performance. I hate doing AC/DC as far as performances go because Brian did not do a lot of stage performance. He just sang the songs. I love the songs, and I actually prefer Bon Scott over Brian Johnson. But when I get to do GNR, it's more how I perform, which is energetic, fun, having a good time. Pretending to be Brian Johnson on stage kind of sucks.
You just stand there.
Yeah, you just stand there. And, I got the fist, and then what?
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest. I really haven't seen too much live performances by AC/DC. I actually got to see Guns N' Roses once. That's where I got to my tea at. But yeah, how do you like? What's your favorite GNR song though?
Oh, my favorite GNR song.
You like belting out "Sweet Child of Mine" or?
No, I hate that song. and on that note, I hate playing "Shook Me All Night Long" by AC/DC because how many times have you heard both of those songs? Too many.
Yeah.
And they're not really fun to sing.
No.
They're pretty simple. They're catchy. That's why they're radio favorites. So from a musician's standpoint, if I'm allowed to say that, the harder songs are more fun. The more intricate songs. What is my favorite one? Civil War is a favorite of mine, and I like to perform that. For Those About to Rock is a song that I like to perform by AC/DC. So.
No. That's one of my favorites, actually, too. We can set it up right now, man. You ready?
Oh, you want me to sing a song?
Well, just let the alcohol kick in a little, so my hearing these headphones will blow me up. Actually, I wanted to ask you about this. Okay, so it was, 2016 when you auditioned for AC/DC?
That sounds right.
Something around there. So you got fired, man, from your job. What happened there?
Well, so I saw the headlines of Brian leaving the tour, and I sent a text message to a buddy of mine because he's tangible and the most famous person that I've met and a great singer. So I asked him, I said, hey, man, how do you think I should go about contacting AC/DC to fill this tour? And 12 hours later, I wake up with a text from my guitar player, Jeffrey Young, and he said, hey, man, you're going to get your chance. And
when he said that, what was going through your mind? Were you like, shit? Or it was like...
No, I mean, I thought it was all bullshit. Because why wouldn't you?
Yeah.
I mean, at that point, but, I
you thought somebody was fucking with you?
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay.
And Jeff's not a fuck around guy. Jeff's a pretty serious dude. I mean, he's legit. And I took off work. I mean, I left work and went to see Jeff. He bought me a bottle of rum, and he bought me a pizza, and he let me listen to the voicemail from the agency, and that was pretty cool and kind of surreal. So I lost my job because I told my boss, I'm not going to see you for a week. And I can't tell you why. Because that's what they told me. Like, don't tell anyone.
Shit was secret.
Yeah.
Secret squirrel type shit.
Well,
okay.
Yeah. And so my boss, I didn't answer when he called because why would you answer your boss's phone call when you're going to go hang out with AC/DC?
So was it at the time why it was so secret? Nobody knew Brian Johnson had the problem with his hearing, right?
I mean, it was all just going down, and they were trying to be professional and finish out their tour, and they didn't want a lot of hate.
Yeah.
They didn't want the backlash. You know, AC/DC is a pretty private group. If you follow them, you know, through their years, they're not the interview guys or not the drama hype guys. They're always very professional. And so yeah, he called me and told me that he can't have an employee that just leaves a week of work and at $10.50 an hour versus audition for AC/DC. I chose AC/DC.
I don't.
So my question is, what were you doing? What was that job?
Oh, I was commercial heating and air.
Oh, okay. Well, then that's fine.
Oh, HVAC.
Good riddance.
Yeah.
I mean, you say that, but that's actually a great job. Yeah. Especially if you work your way up the ladder.
Absolutely.
Yep. Oh, a little technical difficulty there. I had to get Potts' melon out the camera view right there.
How rude.
That's our first edit
That's
point
how he
right
treats
there.
his guests.
Oh.
Do you have any questions? Apparently, you're ready to speak up.
I do, and my problem is like the questions come up as you're talking, and then I'm like, oh, I gotta ask that, but don't interrupt. This is great stuff. So I want to kind of fall back to kind of your upbringing and your dad and his band and his sound. And I guess kind of my question is, did the apple fall far from the tree? Do you have a really similar sound to what it was you were raised with, or did you just go totally different and unique?
I do not have a similar sound to my father at all, not at all, or my mother, which are both the singers. Yeah, Dad is a Southern rock guy. He's loud as shit, and that's what I did, thankfully, inherit, because projecting is a issue, or not for me. But, you know, if you can't sing loudly, then just go home.
Give us something. Give us the high note. The AC/DC one. There's a wall there.
Yeah!
Wow. There we go.
Nice.
I'm fucking awake now. That was awesome. Hell yeah.
So I'm not opposed to soft music. I'm not opposed to love songs or anything like that. But people use microphones and they use technology to make themselves sound good. And one of the things about loud singers is they don't need that. They just sing. And it just comes from the heart. Comes from somewhere that matters. I watched my dad, like, you know, you were asking, and watch him in rock and roll bands. Southern rock is what my dad does. So he has a Skinner type voice, Molly Hatchet, Doc Holliday, things like that. My mom sings in the choir, so she has a choir voice. So no, I did not on purpose go in a different direction than where I come from. It just is, I like to have fun.
Okay,
And
fair.
rock and roll is a good time.
Exactly. Totally fair. So, growing up, what were you listening to? And I guess what were you singing along to that made you stop and go, oh, I sound good?
Billie Jean's mine.
That's a hell of a
You
question.
sound good?
Oh, going back to my corner.
No, I grew up listening to a lot of rock and roll. You know, obviously Ozzy was a big one that I grew up with. And I never stopped and thought, I sounded good, because you can't do that. I mean, you always have to not negate yourself or not be negative, but you have to reach for the next pedestal. So you can't just say, oh, I sound great, this is great. No, you have to say, I need to do better, or something like that. But Ozzy was a big one with me and my dad. Megadeth, which I don't sing anything like that, but I love Megadeth, and that was another one. I wanted to play drums, but I suck at drums.
What?
Aww.
Do you play any instrument?
I can play a little bit of drums and a little bit of guitar.
Okay.
Not enough to brag about at all. Only enough to really look stupid in front of people.
I was gonna say, by a little bit, you mean like Slash?
Slash has actually gotten better with the years.
Yeah, yeah.
As Guns N' Roses is one of my favorite bands, Slash has not ever been one of my favorite guitarists. But what does he care? Because he's Slash, you know. But he has gotten better with years, and you know what? Maybe less alcohol and less drugs has been that for him. Maybe that's why he's...
Brother's getting cutting all kinds of albums with all different artists.
Yeah.
He's making Slash compilations with like Fergie and God, you name it.
I think that, you know, and not even on any topic, Miles Kennedy is a favorite singer of mine, and he works with Slash, and I think that's great. That duo is dynamite.
I got a chance to see him. They actually came to Raleigh and played the Ritz. Man, it was a long time ago, maybe 4 years ago, 3-4 years ago. Great singer, man. Love him. Shit, like, who's your favorite right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
Me.
I don't. There you go.
Good
Confidence.
answer.
I love it.
Yes, that's important.
Excellent answer.
Because that's how, kind of circling back to what you were saying, that's how you develop yourself.
Yeah. And you know what? Before we go on any further, I want the audience to actually see you in action. Your band, LA Baby. Y'all cut one last night, right? Video debut.
We actually have a 10-song full album, but our first video release was last night at midnight. The song's called Mr. Danger. It's actually one of the first songs I was, the first time I ever wrote lyrics and a melody. And me and Dallas did that together one night because I was sick and I couldn't sing. And so we wrote a song instead.
Bro, I'm going to tell you, first off, your band keeps rock alive because rock is dying, man. There's no new bands coming out. I can't remember the latest new band that came out and cut some hits. You know what I'm saying? And to have an original that sounds as good as Dr. Killer, it's fucking great, man. So without any further ado, let's play it for the audience. That was it, man. I think I cut it off like 5 seconds too early when I was hitting it.
I tried to be famous on your screen, and you killed it.
Look, man, so first off, I want to say I'm an idiot because I said Dr. Killer earlier.
I thought you said Mr. Killer.
Well, hold on. It's Mr. Killer, right? Yeah.
Yeah, it's Mr. Danger.
Mr. Danger. Jesus. I'm all fucked up.
But for the sake of making things smooth, I just,
You know what? So, okay, I only listened to that song about 15 times today, trying to edit it and put it inside my software here. And I sang along to it. So that's, Mr. Danger.
You probably know the words better than me.
I got to tell you, the hook it stays in your head, man. Like, this is a song I can really hear, like, being on the radio.
Absolutely.
You know, for real. I did ask Alexa to play it earlier, and it came up dark. Nothing.
Yeah. So I'm not sure about that. I've had a couple complaints today. You're not live. We're not live, so I can't get it fixed. But we've had a couple complaints today. People can't find the video, and I myself am an admin on the page, and I can't find the video either. So there is something going on, but we'll figure it out. Are you on Screen Pots?
I am. Yeah, I tried to find it based on YouTube, but I couldn't find it.
Yeah.
But I had to go to your page, and I had shared it because it was so good. I wanted, I had people pretty much all over the country. I wanted them to hear it because I was like, this is incredible. I know who this guy is. I've heard you sing before. And,
karaoke.
Well, no, the guy's got talent, as you just saw.
Yeah, so whatever the problem is right now, guys, with the video, we'll figure it out. We'll fix it. By the time this podcast is released, hopefully it'll be fixed. But, you know.
I hope so. It's really needs to be seen and heard, and it's incredible.
Well, I mean, I'm not blowing smoke up your ass either, Lee. I'm being straight up here. The song's good, you know, and I'm a stickler when it comes to music, man. I'm lost in the 90s and grunge. That's all I listen to. I don't really give new shit a fair chance, to be honest.
Well, in your defense, it's not new shit. It's called new wave classic or something like that. You know, 90s grunge. Everybody made rock and roll out. You're in a bad mood. You want to kill yourself, but we like to have a good time.
Yeah.
So you're listening to new old shit.
New old shit. Yeah, that reinvented rock. But it sounds old school. It does sound old school. It's like shit that people my age grew up to, you know?
And the thing about it sounding old school is the fact that that's what people are still demanding. I mean, Def Leppard is still huge. Ozzy is still huge. Motley Crue is still huge. Nobody wants to fucking see 3 Days Grace. Nobody's piling into those shows.
Don't say that around my daughter, man. She'll kill you.
But what people are doing, people are literally doing hologram shows with Ronnie James Dio because old rock and roll is fucking better.
Yeah.
You know, Ronnie James Dio is actually one of my favorite singers. I mean, he's a top for me. Absolute top. And when he died of stomach cancer, for people watching that don't know. And it just, you know, it sucked. But they do hologram shows with him.
Hologram? That's crazy, man.
Have you seen that?
I have
in
not
action?
seen it. I have not seen it in action.
I would pay for that.
First one I seen was, what's that big festival they have in, like, Vegas? Well, anyway, they had Tupac's hologram up there doing that. You see that? That was crazy.
I mean, when you have to start hologramming people in, there's a problem with the music. It sucks.
Yeah.
Like, if you have to call on people from 40 years ago and you don't even get the real them, but it still sells more tickets.
Let me ask you this, man. You've seen a few live concerts, I'm assuming.
Couple.
Who's your favorite, man? Like, what was the show that blew your mind? Like, you were like, fuck, this is it. This is the shit.
Man, I tell you what. All right, I got two. And one, nobody's going to question. And the other one, everybody's going to talk shit.
Uh-oh.
So I'm going to start with Steel Panther.
Seen them. They came to the Ritz a few times.
They were at the Ritz.
Yeah.
We're probably there together.
Probably, yeah.
So I saw Steel Panther at the Ritz. Their songs are awesome. The fact that they don't take themselves very seriously, but they're doing a serious gig, goes a long way. And the fucking lyrics are fucking hilarious, and they're fucking spot on.
Yeah.
And this is the one that people are gonna talk shit about. Nickelback.
You know what?
I like Nickelback.
Dude, I don't know why Nickelback is catching so much shit. You even took your headphones off. Holy shit.
Shouldn't last long.
She hates Nickelback so
Wait a
much
second.
that she took her headphones off.
Slowly back out of the room.
And I'm
here.
not a Nickelback fan. I don't have any other albums. I don't, whatever. I don't even know the names of some of their songs. But I did go to a concert and it was free, whatever. Yeah, it was free. But now that I've seen them, I would pay the money to go see them again. Dude, that fucking dude, I think his name was Chad.
Chad Kroeger,
Yeah.
right? Yeah.
Fuck yeah, dude, he killed it.
Bro, how many bands do you know have more number one hits than fucking Nickelback? I mean, there's a few, but to catch as much slack as Nickelback does, to have that many hits, it's...
I think
crazy.
the thing about Nickelback was I think it was popular to not like them or to pretend to not like them. I think that's the issue.
Kind of like your Imagine Dragons, Laura.
First of all, they're just bad, okay? But then there's Nickelback, who has this super safe sound. And I'm like, you're doing this for money and money alone. You're not doing this because you like what you're doing. You're not doing this because it's a good sound. You're not doing this because you're passionate about what you're doing. You're just like, ooh, really basic people love this, and I'm swimming in money over it. And that's why I hate Nickelback. Nothing comes out of them that is good. That makes me like it doesn't evoke any like emotional feeling. It's just like, oh, it's Nickelback.
That is exactly how I felt about him until I saw him live.
Fair. Obviously, live music, it's going to give you a much different energy, and it does make you feel differently about the musicians and the performers and what they're up there doing. But I just can't. Not for Nickelback.
Maybe you can. Past that, another band that has been off the map for a hot minute is Trapped. I saw Trapped live.
Headstrong.
Yeah. And that's a huge radio hit, and I think, I'm sure they played it. I mean, they couldn't get out of the fucking venue without playing it because they would have got accosted. But I saw Trapped live, and they put on a hell of a show.
That's a show I'd like to see. You know, I only know the Headstrong.
I saw it, and well, so because I'm a Trapped fan after that show, I know more songs in depth, but when I went to that show, I only knew Headstrong. And that's a radio favorite, blah, blah, blah. But in the scheme of their songs, that song sucks. Like, they got a hell of a set list. That's great.
That's getting on that road where you were talking about them not singing their big song. I saw Counting Crows at Walnut Creek. And can you believe?
I was there.
Were you there?
I was
they
there.
did not sing Mr. Jones.
Yes.
I almost
there.
rioted.
Yes, I was there.
How do you not sing your go-to? I heard that he couldn't hit the notes anymore. That's why he doesn't sing it. Yeah.
But you can sing around notes that you can't hit anymore. And I was at the show, and I know exactly what you're talking about, and I feel the same way, with the exception of you can fix it. You can do something different.
Why do you not singing it? Are you like making a point or something, being political or some shit? I don't know. But kind of like Beck. Beck doesn't like singing Loser now. But that's the song that made him. I mean...
Well, yeah, but Beck is... as far as not being on the radar,
No, now he's gone.
I can spell Beck.
Laura, what's your favorite band?
Dream Theater, of course.
Oh, who? What?
Wow.
Dream Theater.
Embarrassing.
I thought she was gonna say Def Leppard because Def Leppard's like her go-to.
Def Leppard is definitely my go-to. Def Leppard is
gotta
definitely my
know
favorite.
tonight.
Stop it! How
Don't
did you
sing
know?
Hysteria.
If you're alone tonight.
Michael, I have terrible news for you.
Oh boy, I knew this was gonna happen sooner or later.
How'd you know?
Oh, he's Michael now.
Usually it's Daddy.
Oh!
Yep.
Only on special occasions.
When's your birthday?
Wait, what's today?
His birthday is now.
Shit.
No, Dream Theater was my first rock concert that I went to, and there was a little band out of New York called 3 opened for them. They have an incredible sound. And then, weirdly enough, Opeth opened for them as well. But then just, I had listened to Dream Theater for a long time before that. My dad got me onto them. And my dad and I have, incredibly similar tastes in music. That's what we do. We just swap music back and forth. And then I had the opportunity to go see Dream Theater when they came to the National when I was living in Richmond. And that was kind of like it, that experience sold me on the band. Dream Theater I got into 3 or 4 years ago. And I don't know, that was just a time in my life where I just loved 80s rock. And Dream Theater just stuck. And then you totally nailed it with Hysteria that just won my whole heart. And then
That's what I do. It's my job.
I meant Dream Theater.
Is this what you're talking about, or is this some other Dream
No,
Theater?
yeah, that's Dream Theater. Images and Words is their most recent album. They're huge overseas. Literally, they have to have more European dates than they have American.
Can we get 10 seconds of what they sound like?
Let's watch a trailer.
Oh man, these sound like
Now streaming.
I'm not supposed to be here. Can you help me
Hey,
get back?
no-
Why? Earth is
Beautiful
boring.
ad.
You're missing out on the joys of life. Like
way more classical, and another album's going to be like super heavy. So that's what I love, is they are not afraid to play with their sound, and their fans are just never disappointed. I've never been disappointed by them.
So I think where they went wrong was their name. I think they needed a cooler name.
Dream Theater?
Nightmare Theater, or like
You're a Nightmare Theater.
Nightmare Arena or some
So
shit.
because I never get to do this, how old are you?
31.
Oh, you look 12 as fuck. But
She good.
Thanks?
Yeah.
why did she touch her boobs when she said thanks? Like, what is that about?
I'd be really concerned if any 12-year-old
You had to,
had
you
these
had, yeah,
tits.
you had to touch your boobs to make sure you were still 31.
Did they leave?
They haven't stopped growing yet. She's about to hit puberty, right?
Ew.
Oh my God, yes. She is not my girlfriend, folks. I'm sorry. I take all that back. I don't know who this woman is. She snuck in
Oh,
the
I'm
studio.
a woman now. Make up your mind.
You're still 12. You're still 12.
Oh, all right.
Very
All right, Lee.
well-spoken 12-year-old.
What do you got? What do you got, Mr. Mike? You got some Thunderstruck videos you can play? Or...
I got this. I got more questions because I
more
like
questions.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Um,
I've been drinking this cup. I'm getting past the question point.
oh shit. So Thunderstruck. You mentioned Thunderstruck. How did you hook up with those guys? Did you do anything before Thunderstruck, or was that kind of like your quote unquote big break?
I'm still waiting on the big break.
What got you in the limelight, I guess?
Nah, man. Actually, Jeff Young is the Angus in Thunderstruck. And he played with my dad in their band, which they did original music and covers as well. But you know, I've recorded some of their songs, just for fun or whatever. But so Jeff Young was in a band with my dad when I was a kid. So Jeff has probably known me since I was 5. He contacted me and asked me to sing for his band at the time. I think it was called Highway to Hell or Hell's Bells. I don't fucking actually remember what it's called. But it was an AC/DC tribute. And I told him no. Because I was 21 years old. And I had dreams of bigger things.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I didn't do it. And then one night I was at a bar, and one of my best friends, Justin Womble, was filling in on rhythm guitar for that Highway to Hell or whatever. I don't fucking know what they're called, man, honestly. High voltage.
High voltage. Okay.
High voltage is what they're called. And so I was at the bar drinking beer, and they fucking were playing, and they gave me a shot to sing a song. And then I woke up to a text, and Jeff said, "We fired our singer. You're our new singer. See you Sunday at practice."
Just like that.
Yeah.
Boom.
Just like that. And so, I mean, at that point, that's kind of how it went. I don't think it was a big break necessarily. It's definitely got me around. At the point in time when I did Thunderstruck, I was pretty much tired of seeing bands that couldn't actually do the songs. And Jeff kind of left me with no choice because he fired a singer, which is goddamn a responsibility in itself. And I thought, let me show these guys how to sing these songs. And that's super egotistical, but don't sing them badly, and I won't have to show you how to sing them properly.
So were you that guy that went to karaoke night and you turned in a ticket with an AC/DC song and you're like, watch this shit, and then everybody lost their minds? Because there's always that one karaoke person that goes to the one karaoke and everybody knows they can sing. Was that you, or did you do that, or
No, I've never been a huge attention chaser like that. And when I joined Thunderstruck, I only knew Dirty Deeds, actually. That's the only song I knew.
Dirty Deeds?
Yeah. So I showed up to practice.
I got it.
And that's, yeah. Wait, do you want to audition?
Oh, no. I'm good, brother.
So I showed up to audition or whatever, or showed up to practice because there was no audition. It was just a you're our singer. And yeah, I only knew Dirty Deeds. When I sang with Jeff and Justin that night, I read the lyrics on my phone for Highway to Hell, I think it was. The song, not the band. And yeah, no, I mean, karaoke is a good outlet for people. People who want to sing, people who want to have stage time, stuff like that. But I'm trying not to say this.
Say it. Just say it. Just fucking say it.
Karaoke is not for people like me. And it's not for people like Justin, who I grew up with. And so we would play music at home on our practice system. And, you know, Justin's a professional, I'm a professional. So we went to karaoke and we did it because we're drunk. And I've sang fucking Backstreet Boys. I have sang Alanis Morissette, like whatever it takes.
I want it that way. Like I want it that way. Yeah.
Just to have a good time, man. Because,
Oh, yeah. Oh, we do it all the time here, bro. Me and my friend, we get down there. Brandon, he sometimes hosts a show with me. We'll go down there and bust out NSYNC, Backstreet Boys all night.
So you're from where I'm from, or you're here now, whether you're here, where are you from?
2 hours east of here.
Okay.
Eastern North Carolina, yeah.
But you're familiar with the karaoke scene at the tavern.
Man, yeah, I was back in the day. I haven't been there in a long time.
Well, it's a great bar.
Yeah.
They sell me a lot of drinks. And I tip everyone except for Michaela. But I don't even know where.
Michaela, that is not in reference to you because my daughter's name is Michaela. So just to clear that up.
I don't even know where.
What did Michaela do to you?
I'm like, wow, what did Michaela do? There's a story about Michaela we got to hear now.
How did she hurt you?
She's not very attentive.
Oh, those are the worst. Yeah.
Fair.
Next question. I forgot where I'm even going with this story.
Oh, man, I mean,
Pointed,
where were you at?
know?
I don't even know. We were talking about karaoke and how I suck at it. Backstreet Boys. I want it that way.
Karaoke is not for professional musicians.
Oh, but what
No,
it is for
yeah.
is for a good fucking time. And
Yes.
so, but the tavern had Robert White, and he knows that I have a career as a singer, and so he would always like berate me when I walk in the door. I'm like, dude, let me get a beer, and then I'll sing you a song. And no, I'm not gonna sing the Scorpion song you want. I'm not gonna sing the Def Leppard song you want. I'm gonna sing something that you don't want to hear. Something that I don't want to even hear. But in an effort to sing you guys a song, get a free drink, because I'm always promised a free drink if I sing, I'm going to sing this Nickelback song.
Wow.
Look at this photograph. Please tell me that's the one.
What? What's the Kid Rock one?
Kid Rock Nickelback song?
No, it's not Kid
What?
Rock.
I was like, what the
It's the
fuck?
Kid Rock song with that Sheryl Crow.
Oh,
Worst
Photograph.
crossover ever.
Oh, it's still called Photograph?
Yeah, isn't it? No, wait, hold on. Kid Rock, Sheryl Crow, living my life in slow hell, different girl every
And he's
night.
got to sing
Picture,
the whole
Yes,
song.
that
picture
one.
or something, yeah.
So, yeah, that song,
Photograph,
I-
picture, same thing.
literally charged $20 to sing that song because I am so tired of singing that fucking song. And I'm not above anything, but I'm tired of singing that fucking song.
Wait, you do both courses?
I can actually do both.
You know what I'm feeling right now? We need picture with you and Laura. Laura's got a voice. She can sing.
Oh,
Laura
does she?
does not have a voice.
She's, I beg to
Put that
differ.
away.
So, Lee, I wish I would have known you like back in April. I did this compilation. I have a social group, it's ATB. We have music group, which I want you to join and promote your shit in it, and a singles dating group and a social group. And I put a compilation of all the singers in the group of We Are the World. So it was.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Yeah, I think we had about 15 people participate in it. And so I edited everybody's parts in. And man, I wish you would have done it.
I saw her part in there.
She can sing, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so you actually can
It
sing.
was like a 4-second snippet.
It was
Well,
good.
that's
Let's see-
everybody's.
Let's see what you got. What you got?
No.
I did a yell. I did, yeah. What do you got?
I am not drinking.
So you had to be
It's
drunk to
not
sing.
going to happen.
Yeah.
Thank you for this lovely cup of ice.
So you're a karaoke singer. You got to be drunk to sing.
Yeah.
Not even that. I just I sing for fun, and that is it. And most of the time,
Well, this is
in
fun.
my opinion,
Okay.
it's pretty bad.
Break it out.
Here's what's going to happen right now.
If you don't sing live, he's gonna play whatever you.
Oh, I'm going to play it right now. I'm going to play it, and you're going to get to see it. This will be another.
I'm super excited.
Good.
Where's it at?
I'm gonna be overly positive because I believe in people, but you probably sound like shit. And
I was gonna say, I don't want to see that excitement just deflating
All right.
out of you.
It's a 7-minute video. I'm not going to play
7
it
minutes
all.
of singing. I don't even wanna hear that
I'm
much.
Michael Bird, and I'm we don't need to hear me. This project. We'll kind of.
Yeah, we all get enough of that.
Yeah. Look, that's like 2 minutes of talking right here. So this is kind of the beginning. And for those listening and watching, you can go to the Hammered YouTube channel and check out this video. I don't think I did too bad producing and editing this. It's my first big thing.
Yet to be determined.
There comes a time
That's my daughter.
when we hear the sun call.
When the world must come together as one. There are people dying.
Oh, and it's time to lend a hand.
To life, the greatest gift of all. We can go on, pretending day by day that someone somewhere will soon make a
Some of these
change.
people in here are legit singers.
We're all a part of God's big family, and the truth of love is all we need.
We are the world. We are
Some of these
the
people, like
children.
Mindy, she fronts her own band.
We are the ones who make a brighter day. So
Rocking.
let's start giving. There's a choice we're making. We're saving our own lives. It's true. We'll make a better day just to you and me. Oh, send them your heart so they know that someone cares. And their lives will be stronger and free.
As God has shown us by turning stone to bread.
And so we all must lend a helping hand.
We are the world. Yes.
We are the children.
That's Springsteen.
We are the ones who make a brighter day. So let's start giving. Oh, there's a choice we're making.
Do you know Ernie?
We're saving our own lives.
Make brighter day, just you and me.
When you're down and out, there seems no hope at all.
Boom.
But if you just believe, there's no way we can fall.
That was it. That was All right, so that means that was it.
4
Well-
seconds of me assaulting the microphone.
She held her own. She was one of the best ones, I think. Yeah.
High five.
All right, there you go, folks. Now if your ears are bleeding, I do apologize.
So I'm not really familiar with anybody on your video other than Ernie. So Ernie fronts a tribute for Journey.
Yeah.
And so, remember the name of the tribute?
I'm sure it has to do with a song.
I believe so.
I do not remember.
Unfortunately, we cannot remember the tribute name of Ernie's band. But anyways, shout out to Ernie.
Ernie Shepherd. I got to have him on the podcast, man. He's a good dude, too. Not just a great Journey singer, but he's a pretty cool guy. He jumped right on the opportunity to be a part of this.
Fuck yeah.
Buck, I could see you in there, man. On version 2.
Let's do, what's the other one that Rob Halford did? Same concept, but better.
Don't.
As I can't remember the name. No, let's see. I think it's actually the exact same song. Just
the updated version with Justin Bieber, like.
Yeah, no, totally not that.
No,
not. I don't even.
We Are the World. Shit. What are you talking about, Lee? I'm lost.
I'm talking about Rob Halford from Judas Priest.
He did a compilation. Oh shit.
Yeah, way back in the day.
Oh man, you're gonna.
He still had hair back then.
I don't think he ever had hair.
Woman.
Now that I'm thinking about it.
Rob Halford is my favorite singer. For the record of this microphone podcast, people viewing, and he used to have hair. He used to have very long hair, like yours. Only his was blonde, and then it all fell out.
Now it's his goatee.
Yes.
So it just kind of snuck back in and grew out.
Welcome to the Disney Bundle, where Disney Plus, Hulu, and ESPN Plus come to life on all your screens. Hulu Originals, Disney Hits, and must.
So I saw in Judas Priest, I think, like 6 years ago. That was a great show at Jiffy Lube Live in Northern Virginia.
There you go. See?
Jiffy Lube Live?
I don't know if it's still Jiffy Lube Live or if they call it something else now.
I got nothing smart to come
It's
back with.
just whatever gas station owns that specific arena for the time being.
Jiffy Lube owned an arena?
But yeah.
Jiffy Lube. They can't even change oil right.
Jiffy. I saw Def Leppard at Royal Farms Arena. Like, it's whatever gas station just wants to make money off the royalties of putting their name on a concert
I thought we agreed not to talk about Def Leppard.
When did we agree to that? It certainly wasn't when you started singing Hysteria to me.
Yeah, it was right after that.
Missed that.
All right, so I don't even know where we were at. Did I take notes? Let's see. Maybe I can go back to my notes. No, okay, so we were talking about Thunderstruck. So when did Thunderstruck stop and what happened? I mean, you don't have to tell me what happened, why you quit, but what did you do after Thunderstruck?
I never quit Thunderstruck. Thunderstruck didn't quit. It phased out. Night Train happened, which is my Guns N' Roses tribute. And so what happened with that is better management, better agency. Thunderstruck is still available, and we can still play songs. But we're not pushing it. It's not pressed. She gets hot sometimes. She gets heated. People have disagreements, which is that's nothing new. It's no surprise. If we ever play another Thunderstruck show, we will be calling on George Honda and Karen Dalton to do what they did, play bass and play drums. Because it was a great group of people, and it fizzled out because it didn't have the right management team. But Night Train has the right team, and it's a good group, and so that's Thunderstruck can still play.
Well, what's it like, man? Like, what's the conflict? I'm not asking, like, specific conflict with Thunderstruck, but what happens in the chemistry of a band when you play together for a while like that? Like, what are some of the things that you guys dispute about? Or, like, what could cause this kind of strife within the band? Just different personalities, you know?
Well, so I've been very fortunate in my bands in that personalities that I've always been with are pretty agreeable. Yes, some personalities are hard to work with, and that is a huge problem. But mostly it's how do you pay your bills? That is the biggest. Money is the biggest issue. And it's some people have made careers out of their career. And I know that sounded redundant and stupid as fuck, but that is how it is. Like, guys, you know, they're police officers, they're truck drivers, they're salesmen, whatever it takes. And being in a band is a second. So if you start to become successful as a band, people have to weigh out their options. And kids become a huge factor in that. Because people are able to live on minimal money as a band member, but if you have to provide for a family. So I would say, as far as successfulness as a band, supporting kids has been the biggest issue, and nobody faults anyone for that. I mean, if you bail out on the band because you have to go to work to buy your kid lunch, I mean, who the hell is going to be upset about that? But and that was a big thing with Thunderstruck, which was a great band. We played a lot of great venues, had a great time. But with Night Train, everyone at this point in the GNR band, Night Train, doesn't have kids to support.
Gotcha. Okay, well, that's a good thing right there. Yeah, I mean, that's a big weight off your chest. Not having to worry about, you know, are we going to make enough at this gig or that gig, you know, and I'm sure there's a split you guys have to do. Like, if you got 5 band members, you got to worry about who's getting what part, and that's the part. If I was in a band, I don't know. This is just me looking at it from the outside. If I was the lead singer and I sounded like Axl and we're a Guns N' Roses tribute band, I'm going to be the kind of person that's going to be like, okay, I think I should at least get 5% more.
I agree.
You know, I think because you're the singer, they coming out to see. They're not here as good as you play the damn bass, the guitar, the drums, unless you're Slash. They're not coming out to see the guitarist. They're coming out to hear the lead singer. So I always thought that the lead singer should get a little bit more.
I think that's why, and not to be completely negative or opposite, but I think that's why that I have had success in my bands is because no one is more important than any other member. Everybody has to carry the torch. I do agree that people come for the voice. People also come for the guitar. And in many of my bands, the guitar player has been more popular than I have been because people love guitar players. But I think the success I have had has been by sharing the responsibilities all the way around.
Well, there you go. That's why I'm behind a microphone over here on a podcast and you're singing. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are like, that dude's all the guitarists out there like, he's a fucking asshole. Fuck that dude. I'm never throwing a pick his way.
I got a question for you. You played a lot of large venues. What's the most memorable one? And do you know how many people were in attendance?
I do not know how many people are in attendance to the shows typically. Some of the most memorable venues are the smallest crowds because it gets personal, it gets fun. But we did a show down in, it was a Mardi Gras show. Oh, I can't remember what state we were in. Florida. We did a Mardi Gras show in Florida, and but it was just a good time. You know, everybody was having a good time. You know, people were pulling the boobs out and
boobs.
We got to ride a float.
Yeah.
It was a 16-foot guitar. You know.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of pictures on your Facebook where you have pictures, and it looks like there's just thousands of people. It's got to be great for you because the energy from the crowd, as energetic as you are, man, it just you feed off of everything. You know, and like you said, you know, small crowds can do that as well. But I was just curious about how many large venues that you've done because honestly, you can go into any venue in the United States And if it was full, they would have a blast. They'd be energetic. And,
Right.
And it would just be a good time for you and everybody else as well.
Yeah, I mean, the bigger crowds for me are better because it's easier. Because nobody's judging you. And, man, we play some crowds sometimes, dude, that I can't even tell what color shirt they're wearing.
Right.
Once you get about halfway through 5,000 people,
Right.
you can't even, I mean, if it's red or blue, you don't fucking know.
Right.
Because the crowd is so big. And with those crowds, man, yeah, people get very energetic. The energetic crowds obviously are the best. Because that's where it's easy. That's,
Right.
you know.
And I've seen you before. Other question I have for you. Where was your video shot at?
My video for the LA Maybe was shot down in Rock Hill, South Carolina.
Okay.
So we did that video, and it was from a schoolhouse, but like a legit old school schoolhouse.
Yeah.
And
It's cool, man.
yeah, it was
Cool
it was
background.
cool. It was great background. It was kind of scary because it was unsafe as fuck,
Yeah.
but it was also great. So
Great
we did
video, man. Enjoyed it. Look to see more from you.
Dude, I'm telling you, that video was real professional too, man. It was awesome.
It's incredible.
You
Yeah,
guys.
so-
It really was.
What's the plans with it, man? I mean, you're going to release it on every outlet you can as far as distribution for it, or?
Yeah, so we did the video, Metal Insider, I think was the name of the, I'll look it up. It was the name of the site that is premiering that video.
Mm-hmm.
And then we got a thing coming out on Loudwire as well. But we're doing that video and that song. Next month we have another song and another video coming out, and then 2 weeks later we have the entire album coming out.
Well, where can we see you guys play? I know I saw an event today on Facebook. You guys are playing up in the Northeast in November. So you guys are traveling. Was it Delaware?
Yeah. No,
yeah.
Delaware's happening. I mean, I travel a lot. That's the name of the game. I actually love it. But as far as the LA Maybe goes, we're doing the Blind Tiger in Greensboro.
Sweet.
And that is in March, I believe, like early March.
In early March? Make sure I get that info, man. I'm going to make an event in my music group. I've been to the Blind Tiger. That's a nice, intimate, little venue.
And so for the LA Maybe, the Blind Tiger will be a good one. I think the guy who shot our music video is going to come up and do some live footage of us. And it's just it's a intermediate venue, but for a new band starting out, it's a great venue.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a great venue, period. But it's just,
I liked it. I went to go see Fozzy there with my daughter. And,
no shit.
Yeah, and I'm a big wrestling fan too, so
Yeah.
seeing Jericho, we were right up on the barricade too, so he was just for me.
Him and Sebastian Bach had that like feud online or whatever.
No, really?
Yeah, you didn't see that?
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah.
No.
Well, it was funny as shit. I was watching Sebastian Bach and Jericho argue about who was a better singer, and I'm going, yeah, I'm better than both of you guys. So if you don't mind shutting the fuck up right now.
Well, I tell you, man, we want to see you come to Raleigh and play like the Ritz and some of these. Hell, Walnut Creek, brother, open for somebody. Shit.
Well,
you guys got it.
We work with some big bands, man. We got some shit coming. We'll see what happens.
Anything you can talk about or no? Little hush hush.
Right now, I can't talk about a lot of stuff with that particular band, but.
No, I got you. But we're going to try and get it out of you at some point. All right, so we're going to have to Zoom with Lee here.
After we turn the microphones off, we can talk.
All right, man. Well, I think we're going to wrap it up. Hey, man, this has been great, Lee. You mind if I finish the podcast with a Thunderstruck song?
I don't care what you do, man.
Hey, man.
Do what you got to do.
I'm going to tell you the people need to hear your voice because your Brian Johnson is on point. I know you don't care about it, but fuck it. I'm going to say it anyway. He's Lee Robinson, but he sounds just like Brian Johnson, AC/DC, folks. One of the best tribute bands I've ever heard, even though Thunderstruck isn't together. I got to hear his Guns N' Roses stuff. I've heard his LA Maybe. Shit's off the chain. I love it. What'd you think about it, Laura?
Oh, I thought it was fantastic. And that's not just me, blowing smoke. That's something that I can definitely, take back to my dad. And that's honestly a compliment of the highest honor.
Back to her dad.
You can have your dad listen to the podcast.
Actually,
awesome.
I might.
Yeah.
I would honestly be really interested to hear my dad's reaction through a podcast.
Well, Laura, thanks for being on the show tonight.
My pleasure.
I hope I didn't have to twist your arm too bad.
It hurts.
Potts, thanks for coming, brother.
Hey.
And if it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have Lee on the show,
Hey,
man.
I'm glad
So,
I know the guy, man. He's incredible. I've known him for years, and just to hear him sing is like, wow.
That's awesome.
It's incredible.
Yeah, and everybody out
Proud to
there
know him.
at Potts, the last 2 episodes of Hammered, Potts has been on them, so make sure you check those out. Man, those are some good podcasts, man. I got some good reviews from them.
This is awesome.
Yeah. Lee, thanks again, brother.
Thanks for having me.
So it's been a pleasure.
Absolutely.
So here we go. We're going to end this with Thunderstruck. See you next time on Hammer,
Uh-uh.